Hate speech. It is a term that has been thrust into the modern political vocabulary. The left cries that we must ban hate speech, that hate speech is not free speech, and that it causes actual harm. Meanwhile, the right says that hate speech is free speech and that it must be protected from the authoritarian left. But what is hate speech? What are its origins? And should it be banned? Let me tell you a little bit about it and its history. So it all started after the fall of Nazi Germany, where the nations of the world met in an attempt to prevent such an atrocity from ever occurring again. They formulated a Declaration of Human Rights that included the right to freedom of speech. Now, the Soviet Union, ever the bastion of human rights, sought to censor and silence dissenting voices within their borders, so they proposed a limitation on the right to freedom of speech that called for the banning of so-called hate speech. Now, hate speech, as they put it, was any speech of a fascistic nature. However, it became readily apparent to the US and UK delegations that the Soviets' definition of fascist was different from the West's. Namely, they saw fascism as merely a facet of capitalism, and that therefore anything that was not communist was fascist. Now, the UK and US delegations rejected this definition, and the provision wasn't included. But that is the origin of hate speech. Now, why do I tell you of the 70-year-old bureaucratic squabble? Simply put, the historical context and original intention of the term is necessary to completely understand the arguments surrounding the modern debate over hate speech. Now, how is banning hate speech censorship? Well, that's not so simple. The argument is to ban hate speech. But, because of how loose the definition of hate speech is, it gives carte blanche to those in position to ban hate speech and shut down conversations that they don't like. And whenever you only allow one side of the conversation, you can swing public opinion in whichever way you wish, which is the ultimate goal of censorship.